Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Space Between. My name is Zach Eichels, and I'll be your host for today. Today, we're joined by...
Hi, I'm Chief Warrant Officer Phillip DaWalt with the United States Coast Guard.
Very cool. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
We're here at not our normal filming location of the...
It was great.
So this is a little bit different. So to start with the questions, what is the role of the United States Coast Guard, and where does the branch fit overall within the military?
Okay. Coast Guard, we are a little bit of a unique organization. Primarily, we're a multi-mission agency. We have unique law enforcement, intelligence, and regulatory authorities, primarily consisting of maritime safety, maritime security, and maritime stewardship. Our role within the other services, although we are not in the Department of Defense, we are military service under the Department of Homeland Security.
Interesting.
We've been in every war that the nation has been in since 1790. Oftentimes, we'll augment the Navy or the Marines for those conflicts that arise.
Okay. So tell us about where we are right now. What is this station's role in the local area, and how much of the physical area are you responsible for overseeing?
Well, we here at the station, primarily we are responsible for the Space Coast, for much of Brevard County, including the Indian Lagoon, and then out 50 nautical miles out offshore. Our primary duties are search and rescue. You've probably seen us out, responding to a boater in distress. Maybe you've seen us on escort bringing in one of the naval submarines to the Trident Basin over there. I'm sure you've been aware of us out during space launches while we're conducting security or enforcing the regulatory navigation area out there. But one of the primary things we do alongside our Coast Guard auxiliary volunteers is focus on boating safety.
Okay. And how many people on average serve at Coast Guard Station Port Canaveral?
We have, here at the station itself, we have a little over 40 active duty members, a little over 30 reservists, and well over 100 of our Coast Guard auxiliary volunteers.
So what are some helpful tips you can give to boaters and just those who want to venture out into local waters?
That's a great question. This is, one of our main areas here is keeping people safe. I'm a boater myself. I enjoy to be out there, but I also know what kind of hazards are out there. So one of the easy things you can do is contact your local Coast Guard auxiliary flotilla. They have education classes to teach you to be a better boater. They do courtesy exams to make sure if you're not sure what you should be carrying with you for safety gear, they'll let you know. And then they just provide a lot of information to make your boating experience better. But some of the key things, obviously, are life jackets. I know a lot of folks don't like life jackets. They're bulky. They get in the way of whatever activity they're trying to do. But this day and age, there are so many different life jacket designs that you can find something that works for you and keeps you safe. Of all boating fatalities, the vast majority are drownings, and the vast majority of those drownings are folks who didn't have life jackets on. Besides life jackets, make a plan, tell somebody what you're doing, and let them know when you plan on being back. Have a marine radio so that you can contact us on channel 16, and make sure you have all the proper safety gear for the boat that's your size. Make sure you understand what your boat's capabilities are, and you as a boater, what your experience and capability levels are as well when you get out there.
So, Florida can be interesting with its weather, as we can see behind us.
Yes.
How about hurricane season? That's always something to talk about. Do you have any helpful tips for the audience in regards to preparing for hurricane season?
As we were discussing earlier, I'm not a Floridian native. When I first came here in 2022 was my first experience with hurricanes, and Hurricane Ian brought me up to speed pretty quickly. Not just for here at the unit, but for my family and my home back on Merritt Island. We have we have checklists. You know, we create plans. I think the biggest thing, and you've helped us with this, is have a plan before it happens. Test out your equipment, test out your plan, make sure that it would work, and keep everybody in your family aware of what will happen, what your first moves are, what your second moves are. And we, every month, we test our equipment out. We're about ready to change our hurricane condition on June 1st. And from there, we will make sure that we're ready for anything that comes our way.
Very good. Can you tell us about any of the equipment that you use to help facilitate your mission here in the station?
Yeah, we primarily we use small boats for our mission here. We do partner with other agencies in the area. A lot of just completely talented folks, both locally and at the higher government agencies. But we have the trailable 29-foot response boat, which can respond by truck to any of the number of boat ramps on the lagoon. And then we also have 2 of the 45-foot response boats that push mostly offshore and cover most of our Atlantic Ocean coverage.
And then, so if anyone wants to get involved with the U.S. Coast Guard, what should they do? Who can they contact?
Please, yes, we would love to communicate with you. Here at the station, we are our main recruiting office is in Orlando, but we are an extension of that recruiting office. We are allowed to bring people in and get them acclimated to the Coast Guard. So we would love to see you. Come on out to the station here. We'll show you what we do. We'll talk about what your many opportunities are, both as an officer or an enlisted person in the Coast Guard. If you want to just get started, you know, www.gocoastguard.com is a good place to start, or just look up the recruiting office in Orlando and they'll get you moving in the right direction.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, it's been great.
Thank you for your service to the country.
I appreciate it.
And the area, and we'll see you next time on another episode of The Space Between.